It's the Old Raggamuffin Show. We call this the lockdown sessions on the Skype. And who have I got here with me? The one and only, the original Craigy Wonder from out of the Mungos Hifi. Hello, sir.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Oh, man, thanks for doing it, bro. Thanks for doing it. How you doing? You all right up there?
Yeah, good, not too bad. Bearing up.
Bearing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a madness, isn't it?
It's mad, it's crazy.
It's mad times. I thought like we said that we are gonna do some Skype call ones and just talk to people in their areas and see what's going on in different regions. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just touch on that for a little bit. How's it going up there? It's like,
yeah, it's starting to get quite used to it now. Just working from home. I don't have a garden here, so it's a bit difficult with the family and that, just to kind of get out and about. We've got to kind of go out for kind of hours walk every day or turn about out for an hour's walk. But apart from that, stay at home and help save lives. I can do that easily.
Yeah, I hear that. Like, we're really blessed here. I've got a big garden here, you know.
Yeah, nice.
So Jasmine's been in the garden loads, you know what I mean, and just like, stuff and doing that. So
nice.
Nice to have that space still. So
definitely, I'm missing the outdoors and just being able to like sit out in the grass. And I mean, not that you can do that much in Scotland anyway, but I want to get back outside soon, hopefully.
Right, where are you at home or are you in Glasgow?
I'm in Glasgow. I was supposed to go up the road. I stay up on an island up in the Western Isles, and it was before the lockdown. But I just thought I don't want to risk taking the disease up there, and killing off my granny and the kind of heavy elderly population, and I didn't want that on my shoulders. So I sacked it off even before the lockdown started.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, mate, do me a favor. Just come a bit more central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Yeah.
I look central in my picture, so I don't know if it's the camera.
Yeah, so what you're saying, is like you feel a bit risky going up there.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to chance it. So we ended up just staying in Glasgow and just knuckling down here.
Yeah. So imagine, a lot of people think you're from, like, Mungos is from Glasgow. You're not from Glasgow, though. You're from the islands, isn't you?
I'm from the Outer Hebrides, like a small island off the west coast of Scotland.
Called
the island of Lewis and Harris, the Western Isles.
Why did I think it was Stonaway?
Stonaway. That's the town centre there.
Oh right. Okay, but that's not.
The islands is a group of the Western Isles, and then Stornoway is the capital.
Okay. It's Asgard, really, isn't it?
What? Sorry.
Asgard.
What's that?
Huh?
I don't understand.
Remember, I said to you, you're son of Odin, aren't you?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, I am. Yeah, I'm like I'm like 12% Viking, Scandinavian. Yeah.
I love that. I love the fact as well that because you're from the island there, you can trace your family way back and know your origins. That must be great, though. That's great, isn't it?
It's cool. I mean, it's one of these things like people are people. It doesn't matter where you come from. Everyone's the same. But there's something nice about just knowing your roots and knowing who's walked before you, and just and that kind of thing of having like respect for your ancestors and all their kind of trials and tribulations and what they went through to mean that you can be here today. I think is what got me into it, really.
Yeah.
Or in fact, I can remember what it actually was. It's my grandfather. He called me. He used to call me every Sunday. He was dying of cancer, so he used to call up every Sunday. One day he says to me, "Oh, son, I'd love to know more about my brother in Australia's family, because when he was born, he was a twin, and his mother died giving birth, and just in these days, one twin went to one side of the family, and one went to the other. So, and then his brother moved to Australia, as like a lot of people did back then, to kind of go and seek a better life.
Yeah.
They never met, and then when he was dying, he says, "Oh, can you see if you can help me find my nieces and my nephew?" I said, "Yeah, sure, Grandpa. Where does he stay? What does he do?" And he goes, "Oh, all I know is he's a policeman in Victoria." So I just emailed the full police force in Australia. I says, "Where you got any Wallaces working for you there?" Got this angry mail back of some guy thinking I was like on his case, like trying to, like, I guess if you're a policeman over there, people, you've got to watch yourself. He comes back, goes, "Yeah, I'm a Wallace. What about it? Really rough." And I was like, "Oh shit." oh, are you so and so, so and so? If so, your uncle's dying of cancer. Any chance we can do a Skype call? And he wrote me back saying like, never mind the Skype call. I'm on the next flight over there, and flew straight over to Scotland to kind of come and see us all.
Oh.
Yeah. And then so like from that, and then kind of going out and like looking through graveyards for the gravestones to find my grandpa's mother before he died, so we could see her burials plot, because like they were from a poor family, so there's no gravestone or.
Yeah.
So just from that, kind of just got really really into it, and start tracing back the island roots, and it just goes back to like the start of records, and yeah.
How far back have you gone then? How far back have you gone?
Well, me myself, I can go back to like 1600s, that kind of time. Like back to before like the Battle of Culloden, and when the clans were still clans and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I love that. I think that's amazing. I love it. You're a Wallace then, yeah?
I'm a MacLeod, but my mum's a Wallace. I'm a MacLeod twice over, which sounds quite inbred and funny, as in both of my grandparents are MacLeods before marriage, from different islands. I just want to say, so like they're two different like MacLeod clans. But yeah.
Mate, you're talking to somebody from the Caribbean.
Yeah. I'm just happy I don't have 6 toes, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that must be great though. I think I've always found it amazing that you could do that.
Yeah.
I can't go back that far. I think I'll go back to like great granddad.
Yeah. Even that though, there's a lot you can kind of learn and do with even that. And then the whole kind of DNA thing takes it even further back to see like your like the deepest origins of where you come from, which is really
yeah. I don't know about that, you know. I think I'm quite nervous of it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's something that just doesn't. Have you done that then? Have you?
I've done it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really boringly. I'm like literally like 80% Scottish, 10% Scandinavian or thereabouts, give or take 2 or 3%. But I hear you're like, it's one of these things, once you've got that on record, you're a bit like, I've not used it for any kind of, you can do all these things now, but you can check your health in it and all. Don't know.
I mean, health-wise, to be honest, health-wise is quite a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, auntie of mine has always said to me, and to all of us really, that it's a good idea to find out your heritage, to know what illnesses or stuff that your grandparents and your family suffered from, so you can then adjust your diet and your liberty to conquer that family illness. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that's the most positive to make me go and do it if I'm going to do it.
Definitely. I was thinking a bit more from the point of view of if you say you discover you got a heart condition, more how that can affect you for like your like life insurance or doctors or jobs, and that's the kind of thing that worries me slightly more with the health side, I would say.
Definitely.
Kind of the kind of big brother kind of side of it. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what.
Yeah.
You know me. I just don't know.
That's what's putting you off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, and also there's a little bit of me that's like, why should I pay for something you took away from me anyway?
Yeah.
Feels a bit, you know what I mean? If I want to go deeper into that way, I'm like, hello, like why am I paying you to give me back the knowledge that you stole from me anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you.
So yeah, it's a funny one still.
It's a funny one, yeah. I got it as a birthday present or something like that. I was just like, okay, I'll do it.
Oh, you got it?
Something like that. Yeah, I got it as a present from someone, I think.
I think I'll probably do it. I don't know. There's part of me as well. I just don't want to know that I'm part whatever that I didn't think. You know what I mean? I think that might weird me out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, my brother's family-in-law are from Brazil, and they got some really, like, when I was looking back through their DNA results, and it's fascinating to see the mixture of their background, and it really, like, it takes you back when you can see like what parts of Africa ancestors come from, and just other parts of Europe, and the kind of the big the melting pot that is Brazil. It's fascinating. It makes me feel boring. Mine is a bit like, oh, is that it? Just two things, like,
Yeah, like my mum's always said that we've got I think it's Chinese, maybe Chinese or some Asian Oriental kind of thing in our family.
Wow.
I could see a little bit of that in Melissa.
Yeah, okay, right, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what my mum said. My mum's always said that. When she seen us as a baby, she said, "Look, you could see it coming through."
yeah.
Kind of.
Now you say that, I can totally see what you mean. Yeah, totally.
Bit like that. So yeah, what's the situation? What's it like up there then in Scotland then with this whole COVID thing then? What's
Pretty. Everyone seems to be playing by the rules. Like even for us at Mungos, we're all just working from home just now, as best we possibly can, without gigs and obviously, and just kind of trying to get on with stuff. And then people like in general, like people seem to be pretty much adhering to the rules. I've not seen anyone like mucking about or joggers is the only thing I would say is the thing that gets on my nerves. You get people scouting past you at heavy breathing in the back of your neck and stuff. That's the only thing that gets my goat. But
yeah, what about food shopping and stuff?
That's been okay. That's been okay so far. There's like a couple of spells where there was like a few kind of items that were gone, like pasta and that, but I don't think it was as bad up here as it was down south.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever. I didn't notice too much of a shortage. I mean, obviously, at the beginning, everyone went out and bought toilet paper, which just made absolute no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
I haven't really noticed personally a shortage of anything. If anything, the only thing that I find hard to get now is flour.
Flour, right? Yeah.
Everyone's home baking.
Home baking. That's it. Yeah. We had a spell that here as well. I remember thinking the exact same thing of getting some flour to make some bread. And it was out, and I couldn't believe it. And my wife had some shopping lists for like vanilla and stuff. She must have been everyone must have been watching the same bakery program that week, because the flour was out, the vanilla essence was out, and something else like bicarbonate of soda.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed a shortage of it. What I don't enjoy is I find everybody is trying to. Most people are trying to stick to the distancing and stuff like that, you know. So you queue up to go into the supermarket, and everyone's keeping their 2 meters apart. And you get inside there, and it's just chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people leaning over me to get this and that, and I'm not
right.
I don't really enjoy that process.
Yeah. No. I know I've been masked up and gloves on in the supermarket for the last few weeks since it started, pretty much just to be safe.
Fair play. Are you eating well though, bro?
Well and too much, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
I seem to do a shop and like buy enough crisps for to last like a week and a half, and halfway through they're pretty much gone. But that's me anyway. I'm like that anyway.
Yeah, so I tried to stop buying that thing, but the kids are, because I've got the kids there in it.
Yeah.
Still, but by the end of the night, most of that's gone. You know
I'm terrible. I'm not going to lie. I'm terrible at that. But apart from that, I mean, I cook every day anyway, pretty much. So I eat healthy meals, or eat at least home cooked meals and that kind of thing.
But that's my theory still. You know, like if you can eat as healthy as possible, then you've got every chance of fighting off any.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Or any disease, you know what I mean? So
that's it.
Or nothing's changed in that way. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, that's it. I mean, yeah, that's it for me. So I don't worry about catching it, or it's more the society in general. I don't want to pass it on to anyone who's maybe like immune compromised or elderly with underlying conditions and that kind of thing. And
yeah. Because I was so guilty. Could you imagine knowing that you passed something onto somebody and they became really ill or worse? You know what I mean?
That's it. That was my reasoning for not going back home when I was supposed to for a holiday there. I couldn't. When you're kind of like weighing it up in your head, thinking, "Oh, it's probably fine." The thought of like taking out your granny or your parents like that, there's just no reasoning with that. It's just a straight up, that's not happening. I'm not going for that reason alone.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people obviously like going online on social media is a minefield now. It's a nightmare in it, man. Like everyone's got this opinion. Everyone's kicking off with that argument there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of. Where do you sit? I kind of sit with the I don't know where it comes. Well, we know where it come from ish. I don't know if it's made or if it's natural. I don't know if it's got anything to do with this or it's got anything to do with that. But what I do know is I know people that have died.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. I know what they're saying about the death figures. They're putting a lot of deaths down to COVID-19, but it could be that they just had it at the time that they died.
Yeah, yeah.
So I understand that the figures can be, there's arguments that the figures are lower than what they're meant to be. There's arguments that the figures are higher than what they're meant to be. But all I know, the reality that I do know is that people are dying. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, they're dying. And for me, I'm not. Each to their own. And I think I respect everyone's wishes, even when they seem quite out there or whatever, or people that really follow like the mainstream. It's each to their own, and that's what makes the world the place it is. That we're all different, But I don't agree that I don't think 5G's got anything to do with it, or that it's man-made, or it's Bill Gates, or it's we're going to get chipped. I don't believe any of that. I'm not going to lie. I think that doesn't. I think it's just started. It's what do they call it? A novel virus that's started like other things. Has it been overblown? Maybe. Has the UK handled it badly? Definitely. Are the Tories a bunch of absolute numpties? 100%. Did Boris Johnson? The only thing I would doubt who's had it is Boris Johnson. That's when I could believe that's a far-fetched tale.
Have you seen there's a thing trying to come out now, isn't it? It's been a Labour MP has been putting it out, which doesn't help because people could spin it the other way.
Right.
But they're saying that obviously, which is going to happen anyway. I think that's natural that everybody at the hospital that he was in had to sign a what do we call it?
Disclosure, kind of, yeah.
But there was a doctor or two doctors that said, "Nah, he hasn't got it."
Yeah.
And they were sent home. They were suspended.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. And I can imagine, you could imagine the Tory PR spin campaign at work for that to make him seem more human than he really is.
Yeah, I mean, there's no better way. There's no better way. I mean, there's a lot of pluses.
Yeah.
In cooking up a story, if that's what happened, there's a lot of pluses in cooking up a story that he had it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you're going to convert a lot of non-believers. You're going to convert a lot of non-believers because he's got it now. It's going to make him look more human and more adorable to people. Everyone's like, oh, he's so much better now. I'm like, yeah, that's still the fool that was cheering when they said they didn't want to give nurses a pay rise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Oh, you can't trust him as far as you can throw him. But yeah. But
sorry, go on.
I was just saying, but all the other stuff around it, I think, is all. I don't think it's any kind of big global conspiracy or anything like that. I reckon, and even things like the Nightingale hospitals and stuff. That's just again, I think. I don't know, when they put all that together, there are apparently only like 7 people in the hospital in is it the O2 Arena or. And I think
the one in Birmingham's got nobody in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one in the Excel in London has got a very small number of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing.
It's a good thing in a sense. I mean, it's a good thing that they're prepared for it and that. But then again, is it a big shiny front for a good photo opportunity as well? When you see what's his name, the health secretary in front of it, you see. I can't tell where I sit on that one. I again, it's probably more just mismanagement and Tories being Tories than
The truth of the matter is, like, even if we haven't got the facts to say this or that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of things going on. I mean, the fact, like with the 5G thing, what is suspicious about that is no one's meant to be working. We're on lockdown, but all of a sudden you got these crews out putting up the towers.
But
what happened to the lockdown? I understand logistically it would make sense because the roads are less busy.
Yeah, but you've also got our Virgin broadband went down. You've got Virgin crews out fixing the broadband, BT out fixing the BT, mechanics in the garage.
All over the place.
Yeah, it's a sliding scale of what people consider to be essential work. It's a grey area, but I don't think there's anything suspicious about it.
It's an opinion, isn't it?
That's my.
It's an opinion. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think see what we have to do. What we do have to be careful of is with all these different stories and different theories come together.
Yeah.
You can't lose sight of actual problems. So just because nobody has proven that there's any link between COVID and 5G, that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't look into 5G a bit more. Because there was people were worried about 5G before there was any COVID.
Yeah.
So those sort of concerns should need to be still investigated properly.
Yeah.
They should be swept under the carpet because you blanketed it like there's nothing wrong with 5G because it's got nothing with COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of governments were very unsure about 5G well before any virus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was scientifically proven to be safe. But then again, you know, if you got a microwave in your house and a smart meter on your electricity, and you got Wi-Fi, and you've got a mobile phone in your pocket, I think that's probably gonna do you more damage than a 5G mast down the road. I wouldn't like to have a 5G mast built right on top of my house, that's for sure. In the same way, I wouldn't want any BT tower or any kind of anything that emits anything too near my house. But whether it's, I don't believe 5G is that bad.
I don't know. I think they're all bad. I think they're all bad.
Yeah.
How bad they are, I don't know. I think they're all bad. I'll never forget. I remember when Bluetooth first came out.
Yep.
Yeah. And when people started using Bluetooth, and I still get it up to this day. That's why I can't use a wireless thing. You know, I get a headache.
Right.
You know, so when Bluetooth first came out and people were sending music via Bluetooth, straight away I could be in the room and straight away I'd know. I'd say, who's got their Bluetooth switched on? I swear down, up to now, they can tell you, even up to now. That's why I can't use wireless. I can't use wireless things or nothing like that. So when I'm driving, like if I'm working, I'm driving the trucks or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I use the hands free. The pain in it gives me a headache.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I
don't trust any of that.
Yeah. I don't trust it. I know what you mean. Like even like having, I reckon like something like a transformer block next to your house that, you know, like converts the electricity from, I can't remember, is it high voltage, low current, or which way around it is. Like that in itself kind of, there's health implications.
They will give off something that isn't.
Yeah. My little brother's got epilepsy, and I remember he was walking to school, walking past a transformer, and he I think he had like 3 fits walking past it going to school at different times. So, you know, there's like things like that, and you know, who knows?
Those things are real though. Like like the majority of people might get away with it, or you might not notice the damage that it's causing. But there are some people. You know what I mean? I'm super beings, because you remember I'm a super being, innit?
That's what it is. It's just affecting your superpowers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is, bro. Yeah.
But then you know, on the other hand, is it any worse than living in a city with pollution, or compared to the countryside, or
no?
Who knows?
No, but this is the a plus, if there's any plus. I mean, there's a lot of good things that's going to come out of this.
You know? Yeah.
Really, and I think that, should I say, there's the opportunity for a lot of good things to come out of this. You know, people have actually had time. I'm not complaining about the lockdown.
Yeah,
I'm really happy of having time for myself, and time for who I'm in the household with. You know what I mean? Yeah. I miss seeing other members of my family and stuff like that, of course, and I miss seeing good friends and stuff like that. Yeah, but just to have this time to devote to ourselves is unheard of.
Completely. I feel the same way. I feel very happy to be working at home and get to see the family a bit more. Just get to be around. Still working, but if you need to go and see them for 10 minutes or whatever, it's right there and it's possible, and definitely that's nice. And everything's slowed down, and you know, I think things can't go back to normal after this.
Going out for walks. You got people going out for walks that never used to go out for walks before.
Oh, that's it. I think there's like a tenfold rise in joggers. Half these people running past you, splitting all over you. That's the first time they've been jogging in their lives.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
But that's a plus. It's a good thing. That's a good thing that people are taking, a bit more time to themselves. You know what I mean?
It's a plus for them, but it's not a plus when they're breathing down the back of your neck, sprinting past you. Sorry, you can tell this is my beef today, innit? You can tell this is my beef.
Oh man, it's all good, bro. I'm in a good mood today. That's all. If you'd have done yesterday, it would have been.
Yeah.
I went shopping yesterday, yeah. So it would have been.
Yeah.
Different thing completely. Yeah. But I think I think there's a lot of good that could come out of this. I think everything's gonna be different for me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different because my mindset is gonna be different. There's a lot of people I'm not gonna have time for.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest. There's a lot of people that I'm just not gonna have time for no more. Like anyone after this is still gonna turn around and say something stupid to me, like they felt the government done a good job.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Anybody, I'm not gonna be able to contain. I'm not gonna be able to hold a good conversation.
Back, yeah, you're gonna be able to hold back on that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
one thing that's definitely something that I think is really noteworthy is, people like say like, oh, global warming, you can't. There's nothing we can do to reverse this, or there's no going back on like our society. Well, you can see like even after a few weeks of no travel and stuff, that the air and like over Italy and China has significantly improved, and it shows it is possible.
It's amazing. That's amazing. It's also a bit like, well, I thought it was irreversible.
Yeah.
But now you're telling me the hole in the ozone layer is closing up.
Yeah, after like what, a month or 2 months, and it's fine.
Yeah, but I thought it was irreversible. I thought we couldn't.
That's it. If it was going to take like 100 years, you're like, okay, fine. But like you can see it kind of fixes, Mother Nature fixes itself pretty quickly.
Yeah, in a month, like.
A month. Back to animals in the city centre and.
Yeah, exactly. There's all of that. Like I'm sure we've got so many birds in the garden now.
Yeah.
Birds here, but there's just so many more.
Yeah.
They are deafening. When they start to pipe up, they are deafening. There's just so many. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like we got like 3 nests, and we get the odd nest.
Yeah.
But 3 nests, all of them are hatching and stuff like that.
That's nice. That's great. And on the kind of the music side of things, I'm hungry. I can't wait to get back to do shows. And like it's one of these things, and you know what it's like. Like obviously we all really appreciate what we do and stuff. We got like the best jobs in the world, and we're super lucky. But like you do get times when you're traveling about here, there, and everywhere, and you're knackered, and you're like, oh, I just want to stay in my bed tonight and not go out. But I don't think I'm ever going to feel like that again. I'm going to appreciate every single second of every single dance going forward.
It's like I found out with a lot of things musically. I found out, but even like, all right, for me, I like a bit of football still.
Yep.
Even for me, there'll be times when they'd have like, I don't know, Sunderland versus, you know what I mean? I don't know, Sunderland versus Warsaw on the telly, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. You just want to see the big game.
The big
now,
games,
I'm watching every game. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm watching everything. You know what I mean?
To be fair,
I wish versus Reading and stuff like that.
I must admit, I'd still rather watch the paint dry on the wall than watch a game of football.
I know that's your football. I do. That's why when I said it, I was like,
doesn't resonate, but no, I know, I totally get it. All my family are into it. Yeah.
Enjoy kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm just joking, totally.
What's it like? What's the government like in Scotland then? How do you feel that's going?
I definitely feel that Nicola Sturgeon's a better leader, and someone I'd rather have at the wheel than Boris.
I like her.
Yeah, I really like her.
I really like her.
Yeah.
You know what I like about her when they. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but they cut you there. But what I like about her is I noticed in the when it was coming up to the election, they was having all the leaders debates and that.
Yeah.
And not even just then, just all of the time. I find if somebody asks her a question, she answers it.
Absolutely.
That's what I like.
Yep.
Like she doesn't, you know what I mean? She doesn't try to tell. She doesn't try to bewilder you with some nonsense. She doesn't
Yeah.
say to you, "Well, we inherited it from the last government," or
Yeah.
rare. She's like, What did you ask me about? You asked me about the trains. Well, about the trains, we're gonna do this about the trains, and we're gonna do that about the trains, and we're gonna do. Do you know what I mean? You ask
Absolutely.
anyone else about the trains, and they start telling you about the boats.
Absolutely. Like I think she's for a politician. She's pretty straight talking, and if you ask her a question, I think she gives you a pretty decent answer.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair and for a bit of balance, a lot of the times when she's answering questions, it's on stuff that she can't do anything about anyway. So it's kind of quite easy to be kind of to say what you will do. But I think all in all, I'd rather have her leading the country than Boris.
Um,
You know, I am a pro. I am definitely pro independence on that front as well. And I believe in like our right for self determination and self governance. Not you know, it's not in any kind of way of wanting to. I think a union only works when all members are equal parties, and it doesn't always feel like that when you're not in London or Westminster, and it's nothing anti-English by any means or anything like that, but just the right to self-governance and to make your own decisions is kind of where I fall on that.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
There was even an argument. I can't think of the word now. There was even an argument where they wanted to give more power to the north of England. Because they felt that the decisions that were being made in Westminster wasn't for them, wasn't catering for them, wasn't catering for Yorkshire, catering for Northumberland. So, you know, if it's not catering for them, how's it going to cater for Scottish people or even Welsh people?
That's even further up there. I mean, yeah, even for like the north of England, even you've seen there, like I don't want to get too much into politics, but in like the last general election, how you have all these working class and mining towns from the north all switching and becoming Tory because they've forgotten they must not have been alive in the 80s or you know, but just yeah.
I was so angry with that election.
Isn't it?
Over the stupidness, you know. That's another thing that election and this crisis has shown me. I don't want to be. Let me try and say it as nice as possible. I think it showed me. I knew it before, but it's really proven to me now that the masses are very easily led.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You find a nice catchy headline.
Oh yeah.
A bit of sparkling on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they're just so easily led. I was like, it's the most ridiculous thing I could see, you know, like even in the Midlands here, like, you know, see all of these places voting Tory, and I'm like, you idiots, so you're not thinking right because of Brexit like and the lies that you was told about Brexit.
Oh,
it's just
totally.
so stupid, you know?
It's stupid. And I think the media has a lot to answer for as well. The media is the mouthpiece of all this.
They've got everything to do with it.
You know, from papers to the news, it's just. I
think they got everything to do with it. I don't think anyone listens to a politician. Indeed,
no.
Everyone's just got to listen to the headlines of what the news or the newspaper says. The politician said.
Exactly. Yeah.
No one's listening. No one's listening to.
And taking it all for gospel as well, and not looking through it or fact checking it or.
It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe when you see all of these places like turning Tory. I'm just like, really? Have you lot gone out of your mind? Let's see. All right, let's see what happens when they finally.
That's it.
And then the funniest thing is, then you get this along, then they turn around and say, "Oh, we're extending all of the visas so we can have staff in the NHS." And oh, would you please come back? And all of this, we're like, all
the protective equipment's made in Europe. Oops.
Yeah. That's coming from Turkey. Oh, we're getting this from.
Hello. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's shocking.
Yeah, it's a mad one. But I do like Nicola though. She's all right.
Yeah, definitely.
I think she's all right. I do like the way that she answers stuff.
Yeah, straight talking.
Huh?
Straight talking. Answers questions. It's a rare thing you get a politician to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse though. It could be in America, bro.
It could be worse. It could be a lot worse with the Donald.
Well, no, he cracks me up though. If I'm honest, he's very entertaining. He's very.
That's the thing. If it was a soap opera, it would be funny.
Yeah.
It's that kind of way. No, definitely. Yeah. He's not a doctor. He's not a doctor.
There's a lot of things he's not, mate. I don't think he's a politician, to be fair.
No, I don't think he's not. I don't think he is.
I think he's just always been a celebrity.
Absolutely. Well, who is it he's going to get to? Who's going to fix the economy from Vince McMahon, the guy who runs the WWF wrestling?
The guy's off his coupon, man.
Isn't it? Off his coupon. That's just.
Surely. Although to be, there's a few in the English government that don't know what they're talking about either. You know, Pretty Patel's a bit of a mad one as well.
Oh yeah, she's good at the numbers.
She ain't got a clue.
She's crazy.
I see that. Like, I know you said, "Oh, let's not get into politics," but it's too late now.
It's hard to slip in it. It's gone in it.
You know what I mean? She someone's asked her the other day. It might even have been yesterday, actually. They're talking about the fact that, you know, there's still flights. There's flights coming into the country, and no one's being tested. No one's going into quarantine or nothing. These flights are coming from the States. They're coming from Italy. They're coming from Spain. All of these places that have been reported to us as, the figures are so high over there, blah, 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 you know. But these flights are still coming in.
Yeah.
And no one's being tested and no one's seeing that. And they're asking her about that. And she just not, she hasn't got a Scooby what she's talking about.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It was the first thing to close down. I mean, you look at how other countries have handled it. New Zealand, they've like smashed out the park. They've got like 0 cases. I think is it today they're saying Britain is the highest now in Europe for deaths.
Yeah,
which is mental. And I know
people said that would happen a long time ago, and everyone denied it. They was like, no, it won't.
Yeah.
Well, but people were predicting that for a long time ago because of the way that's going.
That's it. There's models and things set up to like see how this is all going to go, and I think they really like missed the point of this whole kind of take it on the chin kind of attitude, herd immunity. It's reckless, you know. It's like, what was it? Someone called it the other day, social Darwinism, where you're kind of prepared to let the basically prepared to let the elderly and disabled and anyone like immune compromised die. As that's what take it on the chin and herd mentality really means.
But I kind of there's a part of me that says, yeah, it's a little bit of a culling process, you know, because the only that's the only way I can make certain policies make sense.
Would you think that? You mean you think that's what they were?
I think that, you know, I think there's a thing called casualties of war. But there's also I'm trying. I don't want to call anyone a murderer. You know what I mean?
No, sure, yeah.
I think of it differently, but I have never heard any government speak about an elder population living longer in a positive note. That has never. I've never heard any government celebrate the fact that we're living longer. Yeah. It's always a pain in the neck for them.
Yeah.
They're always complaining about it. Hence why they then put up the retirement age. They always talk about the cost of people aging, the population aging and living longer. It's never been a plus for them. Why wouldn't you, in the back of your head, let's say, be happy that we're going to lose a few thousand of these pain in the asses?
Yeah. It's a sick situation.
And that's the only way I can make sense of certain policies, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, anything that puts profit over people is wrong. Fundamentally wrong.
It makes no sense, does it?
It's terrible. I mean, I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like the economy is going to be crushed, and we're gonna be paying for this in tax for the next 60 years. But
not longer, yeah.
Yeah, if not longer, yeah. That's but what can you do?
I saw a thing today again, but then it comes down to that question of like, who do you owe this deficit to? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like I think they're saying that America's gonna have to borrow $3 trillion because of this. I'm like, who's giving them this money?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had a press.
Yeah.
Personally, I thought we had a press. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we had a press that we put paper in.
Yeah. And stamps it. Yeah. Yeah.
Comes out. Yeah. I don't know.
That's
What are you borrowing? The paper? I don't understand.
Yeah. I thought it's the
Reserves.
value in it. Yeah.
The Queen hasn't dipped in her pocket, has she?
No, she hasn't. That's the thing, and it's. I always think it's really, really nice of her to sit in her gold throne with all her gold jewelry and her crown and shit and say, "We're all in this together, guys. Dig deep into your pockets. Come on now." And poor Richard Branson as well. His billions are suffering.
They're taking
He's gonna have to sell one of his yachts. The poor guy.
They're taking the mick. Do you know? I actually sat down to watch that Queen's speech.
Yeah.
I don't know why I done it. I'm like, I want to see. Well, I knew why I done it. I was like, you know what? I'm watching this because I want to see what she's got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, that 15 minutes, 20 minutes was a waste. I just wasted that. I'm never gonna get that time back in my. I'm never gonna get it back.
Yeah. It's like when I watch these things, it's like a parody. You think it's like someone taking the piss. You're thinking it's just real. But again, as you say, people buy into it. People love that. People say, the Queen's message and
The Queen, she didn't even write it, man. It sounded like.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it. The royal family were the first people ever to have in the UK to have a PR spin team from way back to I don't know when it was, but they were the first to realize that like TV could be used for spin and PR.
Yeah. And also these billionaires, they just make me sick, mate.
Say again?
I said the these billionaires, they just make me sick, really.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Just a joke.
Yeah.
How can you? Branson asked his staff from Virgin Atlantic to take 8 weeks non-paid holiday. Are you taking the piss?
Cheeky, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
And then you're going to apply for a government grant. Are you taking the piss?
Yeah. It's crazy. It beggars belief. But I think his day's done though. See when you see like I don't know. Even for me, like I've got Virgin from my internet. I'm going to switch to BT the second this is all over. I'm not giving that guy another penny.
Mate, I got rid of my Virgin like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I just did not like the way things was going. Like I got rid of that 2 months ago.
Yeah, no, that's the way, and that's the way we can have an impact on him is to boycott him.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. When I say like I think there's a lot of good that can come out of it. Mm-hmm. I really hope people remember these things. You know what I mean? The guy from Wetherspoons is another prick.
Yeah, definitely.
An idiot from the Brexit. From you heard him talking about Brexit, you can see that he was. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even just the way that he's carrying on, like you know what I mean, like I really hope people remember that because I'm not giving it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, sports directors, as well, all these guys, and you can see the ones who are all arseholes to start with, who have been for years, but yeah, no, 100%. They're not getting my money anymore. No more. Never again am I going to the Spoons. Not even in the airport or nothing.
Oh, you sure, Craig? Craigy boy, you sure?
That's it. I've said it now.
This is on record, mate.
This is on record.
I've been in the airport with you a couple of times, mate.
Yeah.
And we've been there like a bit early for our flight. We're like,
It's thirsty work.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna hit you some quick fire questions.
Okay, yeah, right? Sure. Yeah, go for it.
For that, yeah?
Yep.
All right, then. I'll do a couple obvious ones first, so you can get into the swing of it.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'll dust off the cobwebs.
Yeah, so you can do that. So, for an example, I might say to you, who's the best producer, you or Tom?
Tom.
Okay. Who's the best DJ, you or Tom?
Me.
I'm joking. I didn't.
You can cut these two out.
I'm joking. Right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not going to ask you about whiskey because that don't make no sense.
No,
rum or vodka?
Oh, rum just.
Broccoli or cauliflower?
Broccoli.
Frosties or cornflakes?
Neither.
You got to choose one.
Oh, Frosties.
EastEnders or Coronation Street?
Oh, definitely neither. I'd rather watch football.
I won't say to you Hollyoaks or Everdale then.
Don't even know them.
Action or horror?
Horror.
Okay, I've got two that the kids have asked me to ask you,
Okay.
You need to bear in mind, this could change your relationship
Okay.
with them.
Okay. I'm scared.
No. The first one ain't too bad though. Rush Hour or Bad Boys?
Bad Boys.
Okay. This is the tricky one.
Uh-oh.
Marvel or DC?
I'm not that versed in either, to be honest. I don't know which one's like X-Men in that.
That's Marvel.
Oh, Marvel then. And DC's Superman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Marvel.
Ah, well,
Is that a good answer?
Yeah, that's the correct answer.
Good.
All of us, you'd have been cut off, mate.
X-Men all day.
All right, Apple or Android?
Apple.
Snoop or Jay-Z?
Snoop.
One Drop or Dancehall?
Dancehall.
Jungle or House?
Jungle.
Boris or Trump?
That's not a choice. That's like saying, do you cut off your leg or do you cut off your arm?
All right. In that one. Roller skates or skateboard when you was younger?
Neither. Skateboard, I guess.
Probably still got a pair of roller skates now, haven't you? With your leg warmers.
Say again?
I said you probably got a pair of roller skates now with your leg warmers and stuff.
I'd be on my arse in 2 seconds. I'm useless at all that stuff.
I used to love roller skating.
Did you?
We used to go to the roller disco and that.
Right, okay.
Oh, man, it's good fun. My brother-in-law was a really good skater as well.
Do you know, when I grew up, there was no flat surfaces. So there was no
mountain climbing when you're like
people like surfing or football basically, or drinking.
Polar bears.
Yeah, wrestling sheep.
And then wrestle polar bears or something like that.
That's it, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, neither.
Raws or Rizzler?
Raws.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if Rizzler, blue or silver?
Silver.
Who?
Silver.
Silver. Okay. Saltfish or snapper?
Snapper.
Sweet potato or Swede?
Sweet potato.
Papa San or Lieutenant Stitchy?
Oh, I would say Stitchy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I would say I would say I was probably into Stitchy first, but I would say San lyrically and from his kind of clashing probably San. I'm stuck now. Yeah.
That's tricky.
I'm going to stick to my guns and say Stitchy.
Hold on, wait. This is tonic water, by the way. I just realised when I drank it, it looked like I was drinking a gin and tonic or something. This is tonic water on the line.
Hey, I'm the last person in the world you have to apologise to drinking alcohol on the day too.
But he's not alcohol, I promise.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, not Stitchy. That's a hard one, though.
That's a hard one.
Stitchy got lyrics,
Absolutely. What was the I really do love the album. Great Ambition on Jammies. That was one of my all-time favorite albums. So I think for me that's why I would say Stitchy.
I think I'm gonna go Stitchy as well.
Yeah. I think
hard. Though.
It's a hard shout.
But Stitchy, I just found Stitchy was a lot more. When he was saying, it's hard. I don't even want to say that. I was going to say more entertaining, but I don't think that's fair either.
No, I reckon lyrically.
I like Stitchy. I like his humorous side. I thought his humorous side was really, really good.
Yeah,
but then in the right mode, all night he'd be humorous, or all night he'd clash.
Yeah. Oh, San as well. San's got lyrics for days. He's got a brain that's sharp. Even when you see there's that famous clash between the two of them.
Yeah.
And he just goes in. It's like he's got Stitchy on the ropes there.
Still gonna go Stitchy though.
Yeah, I'm as well. Yeah.
I think Stitchy made better records.
Yep, I think so as well. I reckon that's probably. I reckon Stitchy's probably a better studio artist, and Sans probably better in the dance.
Don't know, but yeah, definitely Stitchy's a better recording artist. But
Yeah.
in the dance, but yeah, probably I'll go with that still. Sans in the dance. Stitchy was hard still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I think we're nearly there still. You know, everyone's all right with you, though. That's little man.
Good. Yeah, very well. He's full of beans. Absolutely full of beans. Just peeling him off the ceiling. Just yeah. It's a lot being in lockdown with a wee baby turning into a toddler, getting in amongst everything.
Mate, I was saying to Strider, you know, when I done the one with Strider, you know, there's nothing. I don't find anything more entertaining than laughing at my friends who've got little kids.
I can believe that, and that's something I'm certainly going to do. Definitely, I'm looking forward to that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks so strong though. I bet he's moving the coffee table around and stuff.
Oh, he's got a chair, like this chair that's got like an anti-stick thing, and that's just his walking frame. He's just walking, and like there's not an ounce of fat in him. He's just muscle. Like I don't know what. He's just like I don't know. He's solid. Like he's like built like a tank.
Do you remember when I said to you? I said to you should have called him Thor.
Yeah. Oh, I give him a hammer, and he doesn't even need it. I don't know. Like he's an absolute warrior. I've never seen anything like it. He's so strong, and like he's wily. He's like a cross between Thor and Bruce Lee. You try and like wipe his face, and he's like, yeah. And do you know what? Do you know I'm a British karate champion as well.
Yes.
I'm a British champion. So like I get these things, and I can't touch his face. I can't put a tissue to his face.
I forgot all about that, you know. But yeah, I did remember that. You're British karate champion, isn't it?
I was, yeah.
I forgot all about it. How long ago was that?
I was under 16 years old or something. Like I could barely run for the bus now, but yeah.
I forgot about that, mate.
Yeah.
You never interested in taking it back up again, just for fitness or what?
Do you know what? It's one of these things. It's a lifestyle. If it's hard just to go into it and just like dip a toe back into it. You got to go and do that thing like kind of 4 days a week, kind of to, you know, you get to the level that you enjoy it and be good at it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things, you know. It's not like going for a cycle or a.
Yeah. If you're in it, you're in it, kind of.
Yeah. I
forgot all about that, you know, mate.
Yeah.
All about that. I do remember you doing that still.
Yeah.
I remember doing that. You remember the first show we done?
In Paris, was it?
Yeah.
Was that right? In Glasgow, wasn't it? It was the first show we did together, I think.
Love that venue there. That's the first Mungos show I ever done.
What was it? Yeah, right, yeah. Any idea what year that would have been?
No.
I'm gonna guess like 2009, 2010, or is it even earlier than that? Maybe even earlier than that.
Maybe 8.
Maybe it might be between 6 and 6.
No, I don't think it was earlier 6.
No, maybe 8.
I'll never forget that, bro. I'll never forget that night there. Because one of the weirdest things happened to me as well, you know. After we came off stage, a guy, I don't know if I told you, a guy come to me and he said, I know you a long time. I was like, yeah. And he had a Walkman. He had headphones on. I'm saying, I don't think it was that long ago that it was a Walkman, but he had something. I don't know why I said Walkman. And he played me a Mongo session with Deadly Hunter and Margaret on it.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
I was just like, rah! Like the last was to hear Hunter and Margaret like on this thing, yeah, like a show from in Glasgow or something like that.
Yeah, that would have probably been from about 2003 or 4. Yeah.
I remember coming up by the office, the old office when he's in the.
Oh and, yeah.
The poster was on the wall with that show.
Right. Okay. Yep. That would make sense. Yep. Yeah.
Still.
That's mad. Yeah.
Yeah, I never forget that. It's like the most random thing ever. I was like, rah!
Yeah.
You know. I'm like, hang on. When they put it on, I was like, that's Deadly Hunter. He said, yes, I know you. I was like, because I didn't even work out. Then I was like, how did he know that me and Hunter was good friends?
Yeah. There's a lot of detective work there. So I think I think Tom and Doug they knew Marga from, I think, even before I knew them. They were like friends with Marga from way back.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure how they met and how they.
Margaret used to work in Scotland.
Oh right, and possibly through
drive, and he used to have to drive up to Scotland and stuff like that, on a basis. And I think that's how he knew Doug. I think that's how he met Doug.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
I recorded them time. It was something like to have a studio in a barn or something. Them time.
That's exactly what it be. Say again.
I think it was before your time.
That's just around my time. Yeah, I met Tom and Doug when they were still both living, not in a barn, but in a farm. But yeah, a studio in the barn. That's right. Yeah.
I always remember him telling me that still.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That still.
Yeah.
You miss the road. I'm missing it, bro.
Say again.
You're missing being out on road, yeah?
Massively. I'm so hungry to get back out. It's one of these things. Like when you're out all the time, you kind of normalizes, and you kind of. I don't want to say take it for granted, because every show we do, we enjoy them, and they're all brilliant for what they are. But yeah, I just can't wait to get back out. I just cannot wait. I'm absolutely chomping at the bit. I've been playing a few festivals today. I played a festival from my front room in America called Couch Fest last week, which is great fun. But I miss seeing people looking them in the eyes when you're playing, and you get that, getting a response in the chat room is great. It's really cool when you see like people like vibing on. It's different, but I just miss playing out in clubs. And
I'm coming around to this online thing. I wasn't into it like last week, or I wasn't. I really wasn't. Like, a few people asked me to do a few things, and I was like, no, I'm not really. I just didn't have the vibe. I just did not have the vibe to do to sing into. Didn't have it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm a people person, innit? We like to see the people.
That's exactly.
So I'm coming around to it though.
Yeah.
So people need it, and I realize people want to hear it. So more for doing it.
That's it exactly.
At some point, but I just want to have the vibe to do it. I don't want to do it half-heartedly.
I know what you mean, exactly.
I'm feeling like it's going to be half-heartedly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know what you mean. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that last week. I'm going to do another one next week as well. It's fun, but it's more like, I mean, it's different, I guess, for me playing tunes that I'm used to DJing in my house anyway. To actually get on the mic and chat is it's not quite the same, I guess.
No. I think what I'll probably do, if I do anything, the first thing I'll probably do is let's do like a classic Wonder veteran set or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that would be good. Let me know if you do that. I want to tune in and see that, definitely.
I think I might do that. You know, JD does one every Sunday. He started to do one on a Sunday now.
Oh, does he? Okay. Oh, I'll need to check that out.
Well, I think I'm going to talk to him about it anyway. Maybe I'll do one before he does his or something like that. So there's a nice.
I wonder if you can do something on like on Zoom where you have it like split screen. You can both be in your own front rooms, both backing and forward. Or
that's an idea still.
Yeah.
That's an idea still. I watched last night. I'm going to recommend this to you before I let you go.
Yeah.
It's Party Time.
Oh yeah.
They had a lock knob session.
Okay.
Last night. Soul Stereo, Guiding Star, Legal Shot, and Irie Ites.
Oh wow.
6 hours, brothers. Pure dub play.
Oh wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun as well. You know, just friendly. They wasn't clashing.
Yeah.
Playing rounds and playing tune, man. So it was really, really good.
That sounds entertaining. Yeah.
Really good tunes got played as well. You know, really good.
Great. That sounds really good.
Listen, you know, so if you want something to listen to today, just put that on and have that played in the background. It's good.
I'm gonna check that out, definitely. Yeah, that sounds good.
See?
Yep.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go though.
Great. Well, lovely to talk to you as always.
Great to talk to you, bro. Good to see you as well. Love to everybody.
Yeah, and likewise, man.
Yeah, we'll talk soon though, yeah?
Yeah, we'll talk soon for sure, man.
All right, then, great.
Nice, man. Take care, man. Cheers.
Love, yeah?
Take care, man. Cheers.